grab the northern lights. Baby, you just kick your feet up while I kick back. I roll one with you by my side.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Bold, Black, and Addicted to Bravo, because I'm bold, black, and addicted to Bravo. My name is Nyemade, or That African Butterfly, on social media, and I'm excited to bring you another episode of season 2 with some fun guests, some returning faces for you. I have Lauren, Kristen, and Aaron with me. Would you all like to introduce yourselves? We can start with Lauren and go around the circle.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lauren. I'm bold, I'm black, and I'm addicted to Bravo. And I love being a guest on the show. It's so much fun. I guess if you want to find me on Instagram, it's at LJ4321. And on TikTok, it's Lauren_Isa_magic. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Philly Diva, Kristen Dion on Instagram, Philly Diva. You may know me as that black content creator that had a problem with Diana Jenkins and got her right together. I am really just here for the fun and the intelligent conversation of it all. So let's have it. I love being here.
Yes, and I am Aaron, one half of Bravo Wild Black. I'm so happy to be here. You can find me at Bravo Wild Black on Instagram or at Aaron Marcellus _. I always forget my own personal account, but you can find me there.
Yes, and I love having you guys. So much fun conversation to be had. But before we begin, we have to play Black Card Revoke, which I thought, oh yeah, I did take it out.
Pressure.
Couple rounds. We're all good. Okay. What did LL Cool J want to have around the way girl to have? What did LL Cool J want his around the way girl to have? A, diamond earrings. B, extensions in her hair. C, a Chanel bag. D, a big butt.
I want a girl with extensions in her hair, bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair, a Fendi bag, and a bad attitude. That's all I need to get me in a good mood.
My card would have been revoked.
I had to think about that one.
All right, who played Pop on House Party? Bernie Mac, John Witherspoon, Robin Harris, John Amos.
I know this. I'm going to give you guys a try.
I'm trying to pick. Can I give a name so I can do a name to a face?
There's Bernie Mac, John Witherspoon, Robin Harris, John Amos.
I think it's B.
Is that your final answer?
Is that your final answer?
You
want to phone a friend?
Can I phone a Google?
Yes. Or no. Kristen or Aaron?
It's the late great Robin Harris.
Robin Harris.
Okay, yeah. See, I wouldn't have gotten that one.
Right?
I'm so mad though because I feel like I know my stuff, and now
I know this is the
apparently not.
Yeah, apparently not, because they choose the one movie that I haven't really seen like that.
In a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while though. It's just been a while.
Can I tell you guys a secret? Like, just to give you a age. I went to go see that in the movies when I was a little kid.
Oh, nice.
I was 10 years old and my dad did not realize.
Oh, you were a little kid.
I was little. No, when I say I was a little child. So that movie is burned in my head. I also saw Purple Rain came out in the theaters.
I saw Purple Rain at a very young age as well.
Yeah.
Serious.
And it's burned in your head, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's how.
And then when I look at it in hindsight, you're like,
yeah,
there was a lot going on up in there.
Yeah.
Are we romanticizing DV? Is that what we're?
That's what they were doing. It was a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
See, so
a lot going on
about that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about that party.
Same as Fame. Fame for me. Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. So the recipe, this is a majority rules opinion. The recipe for a good turnip is Crown Royal, Ciroc, Henny, Patron.
Henny. I'm gonna say Henny.
I'm about to say, we knew you was gonna say Henny.
I knew you were gonna say Henny.
Me personally,
I was gonna say Ciroc, but well,
I'm a Ciroc or a Crown Royal. Like my Crown apple. So
I love a good Crown apple.
I can do shots of that all night.
I can do a shot of Patron, but I drink Ciroc, like martini Ciroc, cocktail Ciroc. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Crown does nothing for me.
Really?
I drink that.
It doesn't do it for me.
It's like soda for me. Like I just mix it.
It feels
I'm
so
like,
harsh. I'm trying to get to like the browns, and I'm trying slowly but surely. But
it's like the only brown I can do.
Drink them alone. I think I don't want to mix it. I want to drink it.
Yeah.
So which of these would you rather? So if I had to do shots, if I had to do shots of any of these, it would probably be Patron.
I would do shots. I can do shots of Patron, ice cold all night. Shots of Patron with Patron with lemon, Patron with lime. Lemon, how
I can't do it all night. I'm a couple and I am done. Like
it needs that
hard.
In between, right? Like 3 tops, 2 cocktails, perfect night. Don't get crazy at the end. You're done. There's a snack right outside.
The key is once I start feeling the buzz to stop drinking. Because it's delayed. So when I start feeling buzz, I have to have the strength to stop drinking right then and there. The drunkenness is coming. The drunkenness.
I don't want the spins. I never want the spins. So
I've learned my limits. Because I hate being too drunk and sick. I can't stand that.
Oh, that's the worst. Imagine being too drunk and sick on the cruise ship.
Oof, I couldn't imagine.
No.
All right. Well, I think we're good. We can keep our cards. We can have this discussion. And today's discussion is Case of the X. So we're going to talk about some Bravo stars who have had to continue working with their exes after they've got done filming, as well as some who have been cycled through the friend groups. And so not only do you have to keep working with them, but you're seeing them with somebody else who's within your circle. One of the first people that came to mind as far as exes who still work together were Robin and Juan, because they weren't together any longer when they first started filming. Like, right? They were still living together, but they weren't together.
And I think that divorce didn't just happen. They had been divorced for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So they had been living in this situationship.
A true situationship.
This situationship for 3 years, and their sons didn't know any different. And I'm actually rewatching Potomac now. And I think that part of that also had to do with them going through foreclosure and filing bankruptcy and those financial hardships. Neither of them could move.
Yeah.
So, and on one hand, it was very nice story for them to tell the boys. Nothing's happening. We're different. Nothing's different. And but nice to tell the girls. But when Ashley dropped that bomb, well, y'all are in foreclosure. That really kind of was really the situation going on here.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was, an ex so much than moving out. Juan was pissed and thought he could leave and couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And now
do you think was he the one who wanted the divorce in the beginning? Because I thought it was her because of his infidelity.
That's what she says, but she was cheating too.
Oh, I did not know that.
She was cheating with the guy with the best friend that committed suicide, that took the money.
I don't know any of that.
I didn't know that at all.
I'm gonna have to
I
read up.
should say allegedly.
I'll say allegedly. Yeah, allegedly, because I'm pretty sure if we rewatch, I'm on the 3rd episode, but I'm pretty sure this is how it went down in seasons 1 and 2 of Potomac.
I'll have to rewatch. You know what? I just remembered I didn't really watch season 1. I came in at season 2. I think I missed season 3 and then got back in at season 4. There were a couple of seasons I missed in there.
Yeah.
So I watched the very beginning. I think I watched the first couple episodes of 1, and then I missed the rest of season 1.
And if you catch the first episode, the pilot, you can actually see the latch key on Robin's door. So they were in the process of getting rid of that house
Mm.
before they were filming. So they were divorced, they were in foreclosure. Like that came out.
Yeah. Like that stuff I knew. I just didn't know about the other guy, the other man.
Yeah.
I thought that they were friends. I didn't know that. But
I'll say allegedly that she was cheating. Allegedly she was cheating with him, and that was how he was so able to steal the money. But the story was that they were friends. So for clarification, Philly Diva herself has said allegedly. Don't come after nobody.
Right.
Okay? Philly Diva said allegedly.
Do you really feel as if there was a time, even while they were living together, that they were not together?
They're probably still hooking up that whole time. Because why would you not? I mean, I'm not actually that into Juan Dixon, but he's attractive enough and they're obviously into each other. So why would you not?
Right. And there's like that connection, familiarness, so maybe it was a break. Maybe it was kind of making, I don't know, changes, a situationship, exactly what it was. I don't know if they ever really broke up, but I guess I'm happy that they're back together.
You guys, can I have a vain moment for a moment? Is it just me, or do I look very cute today? And I only make note of this because I have no makeup on. Like I literally just put a little bit of lip gloss on.
Skin is definitely
and I'm just
glowing.
like, what is with my skin? Like it looks so good right now.
You're glowing.
Yes.
All right, okay. Sorry, I needed that moment. Okay, back on track.
Scene.
I have Caroline. Oh yes, so Dubai. I guess Caroline had to continue working with her husband after they split.
Are we talking about Pick Me Brooks or
yes,
Staleberry? Which one is it?
Are they not the same?
Well, there's Staleberry, and then there's Pick Me Brooks. Are we talking about
Stonberry? Whichever one had to. Stonberry. She's the one, right? Who would have had to keep working with her ex-husband.
Well, I know Pick Me Brooks. She's working with her ex-husband. I think is an investor. In the spa.
Okay, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay.
To open her salon or spa.
Yeah, her spa. Yeah.
I think that says a lot. Like having an ex who's like still willing to invest in you because they trust in like your business acumen. Like I think that is impressive.
And I think she said her ex-husband and her ex-boyfriend. Like one is an investor and one's finding her the property. I'm not sure which is doing
girl.
That's what I need. I just need some investors.
Lock it up.
I'm such a good investment. I just need some investors.
I don't know. Right? I also think that says something about you, though. If your exes feel like they can come to you for that or support you in that way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
That's what I think, too. I think it says a lot about her.
Maybe they know she's a good businesswoman and they just like, they admire that and want to hold on to that.
Yep. And it shows that they probably ended their relationships amicably as well, which is hard to do, but they did. They're all adults. So I think that speaks to her character and also the character of the men she picks, that they're able to have that same level of respect after a relationship as well.
A point for Brooks.
A point for her. She should teach a master class.
Right? I mean, on transactional relationships and how to make them work for you. And I think she can do that.
Yes. Yep.
But cheers to that shade. Like
cheers. Get it? I feel
have
like
any of you ever had to work
master class. Master class.
Mm-hmm.
You said
have any of you had to work with an ex?
Thank God, no. I don't shit where I eat.
Smart.
Like I found some men very attractive. Like true story. There's this guy I work with now, and we don't work together, but we work for the same company. Mm-hmm. But before, when our company was smaller, we did work closer in proximity.
Yeah.
And we flirt and have things in common, and there's definitely a sexual tension there.
But I love good sexual tension.
Yeah, like I don't know, like the wrong person finds out and people already think we smashing.
That's the worst is when you are accused of it. Because I had my best friend was a guy when I lived in Tampa, and I know people thought we were sleeping together. We definitely were not. He was definitely married, and even if he wasn't, we don't like each other like that, you know. But it's so annoying because you know that's what people are saying, and it's not true. But you can't even say anything because if you start protesting it, that'll make them seem like it's even more.
They'll
true.
really think it.
So you have to pretend like you don't know they're all talking shit.
And it's awkward when we're now around each other because we know that they think that we're sleeping together. So now we don't have that same banter we used to.
Yeah.
You guys,
because you have to watch what you say. But you know what I say? I say, F them all. Go back to your banter. They're gonna say it whether you are or whether you're not. So don't let it ruin your fun.
Yeah.
Even if you act awkward, they're still gonna say it.
Yeah.
So you go get your flirt on and you enjoy your little office romance. Everyone needs a work husband. They're the best.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. I'll take that.
Yep. What about you, Lauren? Or Aaron?
I really had to think about it. I have not.
That one.
I really had to ponder.
I've definitely experienced like maybe somebody that you've dealt with. I wouldn't call it a relationship, but somebody you've dealt with, like they just pop up and they're like, "Oh, I work here now." Like I've had that happen, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like it's one of those things where you see their name like on the schedule, and I'm just like, "No, this can't be it." And then you go in the fitting room, and then that's when I was working retail.
And there they are.
Like, I gotta get out of here.
I had a work hookup. Like it wasn't a relationship, but we worked together and hooked up and had like a fling. We'll call it a fling. And that was mad awkward. Like we were both fine. I'm very good at like playing it off, you know? But it was a little bit rough because like he was just a little bit of a drama queen. Towards the end. We're cool now though, which is nice because sometime a girl visits Florida. But you know, when we worked together, it was like a little bit, but it was also fun because you're working together and like you know, but no one else knows. So then like you're all hanging out and like giving each other like the glances. I did enjoy the time.
I like it.
What do you think about the recycling of the guys? And, you know, I think that happens a lot in real life because a lot of people are in small towns and small cities and they're not really like pulling from a large pool. Even when you think you're pulling from a large pool, you're not. Like I live in Wilmington, Delaware, and I wouldn't say it's particularly small, but it's small enough that I think people probably recycle. But like with the housewives, like we saw Cynthia was with Peter, and then Peter was allegedly with Giselle for a little while. What are our thoughts on that?
That will allegedly be on this season.
Oh, the one coming up. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it.
I like it better on Love and Hip Hop. Like I don't know why. It just seems more appropriate on Love and Hip Hop.
This is messy as hell on Love and Hip Hop is what it is.
I mean, we see it with New York with Tom, and we saw it with Slade, and we see it.
Yes.
And it's just kind of like, why are they there?
Yeah.
Like, why are the guys there?
It seems very opportunistic and gross. Just to me. And again, the way I see it, the reason I say I see it differently on Love and Hip Hop is because Love and Hip Hop shows a community of people in an industry who often swap partners.
Right.
Like, so.
Plus, you know that those people see each other whether they're filming or not. Like they're actually like not like Housewives, which gets to be very much like we're together just because we're filming and we don't hang out. Otherwise, like Love and Hip Hop, you'll still see them together at places doing things all the time outside of filming.
Yeah. So it seems a little bit more natural versus Slade hopping from relationship to relationship to get camera time.
Right.
Though he has been like, poor Slade, you know, not to defend the dude, but hasn't him and Gretchen been together for like 15 years at this point? Like, didn't he only hop
been that long?
Didn't he like only hop from Joe to no? I think there was someone between Joe and Gretchen.
Lori.
That's what got him the reputation was three of them. But he's been with Gretchen for
Well,
ever.
third time was a charm.
Yeah.
But Roni is a little bit crazy once you think about it, because they will invite like the men to the party and kind of pass them around like on camera, and you know what's happening. It's kind of like, are they pimping them out? Like
The men. I feel, you know what though? I feel bad for like the young boys we see with them. It's very like, and you know, like I'm all woman power, like men can do it, women do it too. But like when older men do it to young girls, it's icky. It's just like watching older women do it to young boys. It's like,
It seems
especially when you can tell the
predatory.
boys are uncomfortable. Yeah.
Seems predatory, and it's kind of icky.
Yeah, like, and if the guys I think were fine with it, I'd be like, whatever. But like anytime you could tell someone feels uncomfortable in a situation, it makes me feel uncomfortable for them.
You know, it's one thing, like, I feel like with Roni, like, maybe, and I don't want to take it away with it, but I feel like, okay, Luann's an attractive woman. Okay, she can pull him, right? She can pull him.
Even Sonia.
But even Sonia, when she's not a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But like, crazy? Nah, on that one.
I could see Ramona pulling people, like, as much as she drives me crazy. For her age, she does still look good and have a good body, and she seems like she's fun. Like, I always see her like out dancing, out doing things. Like, watching her flirt though is the funniest thing in the world.
That if I did not know her, like,
yeah, if I didn't know her, she was just a fun
was
person. Yeah,
I could see.
That's a good point.
You know what? Maybe I
point.
Be there.
But the Tom of it all.
Tom just went through everybody, right? And you know what kills me is that, like, we say that, but it's still like, he's Tom and that's okay. But if we were talking about a woman, the reputation, like the way people would say it with disgust, and the way people would like just judge her so harshly for dating that many men. But when it's a man, it's like, he's just a dog and it is what it is. And like, it doesn't like affect his life in any other way. But if that was a woman, like the way her reputation would be tarnished is ridiculous. And I hate that. Not to get on my feminist soapbox, but I hate that so much. It drives me insane. Because like my thing is like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And like so there's a video a friend posted recently. It triggered me a little bit. First, because it started off with the guy saying like, real women will understand this, and first of all, when you start with that, you lose me, because who are you to say what a real woman is? A, as a man, and B, any woman. Like, you're a real woman if you decide you're a real woman. You know, like everybody has different definitions of it. Right. But then he goes on to like give this horrible example of how like if you were walking and a man lost his wallet, how if another man came along and wanted the wallet, you would say no, because that wallet didn't belong to that other man. And what is it like when you give away your body? And I'm like, first of all, are you equating women's bodies to a man's wallet? Like we are their piece of property where like, oh, we belong to whoever, not to one person. Like, that's ridiculous. And second of all, even if it was like that, I would have no problems with the pushing of purity culture if it went both ways. Like if you're sitting there telling me that you as a man deserve to have some like pure woman who has saved herself for her body, which belongs to you, then don't you think she's worthy of the same thing? Like, if you want to say that that's what you deserve, fine, then you should think she deserves the same thing and you should be saving yourself. If it's a dual saving, you guys do your conservative thing together. I love it for you. I love that for you. But when you get into these trash men who go through women and do what they want and sow their wild oats and then turn around and want like a pristine wife, like, the fuck? Like it drives me.
It's kind of weird. It's like you've lived your life and you've done all the things that you wanted to do, but now that your ass wants to settle down, you want something like pure and untouched and all of that. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of unrealistic. It's unrealistic to expect that.
Right?
Oh yeah. But that's also, you know, that's this, I don't want to say this Eurocentric kind of way they see their women, but that's, you know, the Venus de Milo, like they see them as these kind of Madonna whore-esque figures where you know, I need you to be pure, but I'm conquering the world, so I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So I expect water to be wet. Like,
yeah. It just frustrates me, like just like the overall lack of like respect for women and how
respect,
like
accountability, any kind of decency, humanity.
Yeah.
Like, what's lacking there is
There it is.
And I don't think that, I think that when, I can't even say when men or when women, but when we associate genders with certain roles and then others have to have this attributes, we're putting what we think we want and we expect.
Mhm.
And how we were talking earlier about, you know, expectations.
Mm-hmm. They're goals. Your goals you're putting
Those
on
are
other
your
people.
goals.
You expect them to succeed.
And people don't get that, like, so many of the things they're like, women are like this and men are like that. Like, those are like societal constructs. Like, we say women are like this and men are like that because that's literally how we raise them to think. Like, if you raise them to think that women and men are equal, then they would be raised thinking that this whole like men are like this way and, you know, like they can't stay faithful. Like, yes, they can like raise them to stay that way, or raise them to not care if the woman isn't as well, because technically, I mean, biologically, compared to all the other species, like it's just misogyny isn't really natural is the thing of it all. And I'm not saying that you can't do it.
It is a cycle.
Right.
It's a cycle, because that's what you're taught. It's like your parents teach you, well, this is what a man is supposed to be like, this is what a woman is supposed to be like, and then that's what you see. So you feel like you have to force and form into that box, even if that's not who you are. And that's why I think so many men and women, they get older and they have all this trauma and they feel like they have to be a certain way, or they reach a point where it's like they stop trying and they just do what they want to do, because they realize it's like, this is my life. And that's how I feel like
that's where I'm at
in general.
That's
like you should do whatever the hell you want to do. And that's why I
absolutely.
feel like that's slowly going out of the window too, because I think men are starting to see like women are becoming more liberated and they're tired of hearing that shit and they want to do what they want to do, and they are going to do what they want to do. And I like that. I feel like we are slowly but surely moving in that direction.
I do too. And I love that. I do think though, and I always say this, that women are the gatekeepers of misogyny. Part of the reason why that thought process has lasted so long is that women will push that thought. Like, women are out here telling their sons that they, like, it's okay that they cheat and they should get a pure wife. Like, we need women to tell their sons that it's okay for women to be liberated, and that it's either they need to pick a lane, either tell their sons that they need to keep themselves pure for whatever pure wife they want, or tell their sons that it's okay for women to be liberated the way they're liberated. But oftentimes, and we see it, like, not to flash back to Love and Hip Hop, or not even Love and Hip Hop, Love and Marriage, it's just off my head, I can't think of a Bravo example, but we saw it with like Martell and his wife. Like, that man did Melody so wrong, and his mom would sit there being like, oh, well, you know, you are just a man, and, you know, she should have held the family together. It's like, girl.
And that's why it's so important to hold your sons accountable as you do your daughters. Like,
Absolutely.
I mean, same, I guess you could see it with an attorney for Bravo. It's, well, I think it's in a way common. I think Portia with her mom. I think what she taught Portia that was valuable, like, she didn't have sons, but she didn't teach really Portia to be liberated herself, that she could be liberated without a man, right? Yeah. Like, Portia's finding that hopefully now, but that's also a lesson that was taught, you know, so it goes both ways.
It absolutely does. And there's a lot of like teaching women that they need to rely on men.
Drew with the baby, with the make, you know what I mean? How she kind of falls into that and allows Ralph to do this false misogyny of what he could do. Where were you in Tampa? You don't have to answer for that, like that level, you know? So it shows in different ways. And it's just like communication and therapy, folks. Let's get it. It's about that time.
In conclusion, communication and therapy. But that really is the answer. But yeah, so those are the main examples I had for the exes and the rotating of the of the people, but it's always interesting. I like it. I enjoy the dynamic, the tension of it all, oh my goodness, the looks of it all. It keeps me on my toes.
I think for reality TV, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like you to realize. I'm one of those
Yeah.
people though. Like, I hate drama in my real life. Like,
Right.
I don't want it around me. I don't want to stress. I don't want it around my family and friends. But like, I love it on television. It's like dopamine or serotonin. Which is the better one? Dopamine? Whatever. I feel a rush.
Yeah.
But serotonin, I think they're both. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I feel like dopamine is the reward thing, right? Like it's the one that you're like, I get thrilled from this. Like you get more and more dopamine, right?
Yeah.
Roller coaster. And serotonin, I think it's either produced from dopamine, but it is also the happy, the joy juice.
Yeah.
Like you can get it from the sun, you know?
Yes. Either way, reality TV does that for me. Hence, Bold, Black, and Addicted to Bravo. Thank you guys for coming and joining me for a fun conversation. I always love these. Do you want to tell everybody where they can find you? And I'll include the links as well in the bottom.
Are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Same rotation.
Oh, okay. You can find me on Instagram, LJ4321, and on TikTok, Lauren_Isa_magic. Okay.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Philly.diva and same on TikTok, Philly.diva. Yeah.
Yes, and you can find me on Instagram at Bravo Wild Black or at Aaron Marcellus _.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you all so much, and thank you for tuning in. You have a great day.
Baby, you just kick your feet up while I kick back. I roll one with you by my side.